so stupid that you would post an hour after I post, only to, like, you're literally fishing for his attention. He literally commented on your post. He didn't even comment on mine, and I'm, like, the girl he's talking to.
If he didn't comment on yours and he commented on mine, isn't that kind of a sign?
He literally saw that he probably saw that you were being desperate, so he felt bad, like, and he knows that you're my best friend, so he's like, oh, like, I feel bad, like, I should probably just comment something to build up her self-esteem. Like, you're literally, like, I'm your best friend, and I should be able to,
How was I supposed to know that he was going to comment on my post?
Are you serious? You're literally acting stupid right now. Okay, so you're telling me that you didn't do it to fish for his attention?
No, I didn't. Why would I do that?
You're literally acting
I posted
desperate.
because I wanted to post, not to get your stupid boyfriend to comment on it.
Are you serious? No, you're like, it's obvious that you have a thing for him. Like, you always look at him weirdly when I'm around him. And it's so, it's
done.
Toxic friend check. So my friend was like, did you post a TikTok today yet? And I was like, yeah, just did earlier. And he was like, just saw it, not your best work. And I was like, okay. And he was like, LOL, stop relying on your good looks so much, LOL. And I was like, well, I like it, so I'm gonna post it. And he was like, go for it, but I just think you're a little more creative than that. And where are the dancing ones? And I'm like, well, I don't have to post dancing ones every day. And he was like, I just think you're becoming a little still is all. And I'm like, still? What does that mean? And he was like old news, same old, same old. And I just think you need new ideas. And I'm like, well, it's a hobby, dude. Like, chill.
Y'all go follow me on Instagram.
Do not follow her. If I see one of y'all like her pictures, I'm gonna report your account.
But I like your pictures.
Wait. Yeah.
Have you guys ever had a friend that you have had to cut out because they were literally so negative and they impacted your mental health so much that you literally had to stop talking to them? And you didn't even really consider yourselves friends until one day she came up to you and was like, okay, listen to all my problems. Okay, you're my bitch now. And all of my other friends throughout our entire friendship were like, why are you friends with her? Like, she's literally no good for you. Like, and then she didn't like any of my other friends because she would get jealous when I would go and hang out with them. Anyway, she started dating this guy, so, like, they were always together, so I got a bit of a break from it for a while, but then he started being a toxic piece of shit, so she finally broke up with him, and then all of a sudden, it was like, I was her new boyfriend. Like, apparently we had to hang out all the time, I had to drive her everywhere, like, she wasn't doing anything with her life, she was just sitting around, and I had to cut her out, and Shelby, if you see this, I just want you to know that I'm doing so much better without you, and I made the best decision.
What are you gonna wear? Probably jeans and crop top. Wait, but don't wear the same thing as me. What do I wear then? Like leggings? I don't know. Okay. Should I post this? Be honest. You can do better. I don't really like it. Like, you don't look that good. Let me send you more. No, just don't. Is that one bad? Everyone else liked it. Okay, well, you told me to be honest. And everyone told me they liked it. Like, everyone. So, and then she posted a picture. Are you gonna post any? I did, and then when I yelled at her, she said, I'm not deleting, it's too late, and why does it matter? Like, no one actually cares that much. Even though every time I'm about to post with her, I tell her before. Did you add my son on Snap? No. He said you were texting him and complimenting him. I don't care that you added him, but you know I was talking to him, so why did you call him cute and stuff? Because he is, I'm just telling him. I'm not trying to flirt or steal him. What color should I wear to my sister's grad party? What are you wearing? I'm wearing black, so just don't, but you can wear dark green, maybe. That would look good.
This is why you need to remember that when push comes to shove, no one's got your back. So I was in a friendship group with quite a few girls. I was not in any of their classes. We weren't the best friendship group. We were quite problematic with other people, but keep in mind that I was one of the quiet ones. What I didn't know was that in their class, there was a girl that they bullied. Obviously, since I wasn't in their class, I couldn't see it, I couldn't hear about it, nothing. Then I got called into the teacher's office. We're gonna call this girl Emily. So the teacher told me that Emily was getting bullied, and she was too scared to say who was bullying her, but it was someone in that class. In that class, there was a whole friendship group except for me, but because I associate with them, I was included. So we were all brought into the office at separate times to write a statement about our relationship with this girl and stuff like that. It wasn't much for me to write about since I wasn't in any of her classes, but she lived 5 minutes away from me. All our statements were done, but one of the girls in the friendship group, my closest friend, literally my sister, stayed back, and when we'd all gone back to class, she went into the office. She was like the leader of our friendship group in a way. Then I get called back into the office. The teacher asked me again, have you been bullying her? And of course I said no. This is where it gets bad. Part 2 is up. The teacher asked me if I'd been bullying her, and I said no. She started laughing. I'm very intimidated by authority, so when she started laughing, I started freaking out. She told me, I know you've been doing it. I said, how? I'm not in any of her classes. She brought up the fact that me and the girl live 5 minutes away from each other, and we take the same way home. That would have been my opportunity to bully her. Everybody knows that the worst feeling is being told that you've done something when you literally haven't. You're being called a liar. I got really annoyed because I was so confused on how she came to this conclusion so fast. She looked at me and she said, "You want to know how I know?" I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "Your best friend told me." "You mean the best friend that I call my sister? Best friend that my mom looks at like a daughter?" I said, "That's not right. What? You're lying." She said, "Maybe you should speak to her." I forgot to mention that when I went into the office, my best friend was sitting out of it, and as soon as I left, she was still there. I don't know if it was an agreement that she made with the rest of the group, but I was definitely not part of it. So I was blamed for bullying this girl. I was expelled for about a week, and they never asked the girl that was being bullied because they already thought that she was going through enough and didn't want to be bombarded with meetings. Ever since then, school and friendship was the worst. Part 3 is up. Emily was still being teased in class by them. This time they were more subtle because if she reported it again, they'd get the blame, as they should have in the first place. I did confront my best friend about this. I asked her why she would say something like that. And she looked at me and she said, "Well, I just thought it'd be something you do. Something I do." It hurt the fact that she said that to me knowing that it was her and the rest of the group that were bullying her. But because I wasn't in their class and I was the quietest one, it was so easy to put the blame on me. Yes, I did leave the friendship group. They wanted me to come back into the friendship group, but there was no way. You really think I want to be friends with you after going behind my back, lying about me, and getting me expelled? When they realized that I was not going to come back into their friendship group, they started bullying me. And ever since then, school was the worst. Until I moved schools, obviously. Because of me not being friends with them, whenever I'd had disagreements with anybody, I had the most problematic friendship group against me, defending everyone but me. We do love to see it. Fun, right?
Look at the prom dress I just found. Literally love it so much, and I look hot AF. Maddie, you know I love you, so please do not get that dress. What? Why? It looks so good. I think it just shows a little too much. I mean, find something to highlight your curves. Why did you put quotation marks around curves? I think it looks good on my body, don't you? Okay, well, I didn't want to say anything, but I think you've been gaining some weight and you can't just let it hang out. Blank thinks so too. I look exactly the same as I did last year. How would you know? He said it looks nice. I mean, we've been talking a lot more lately, but don't worry, I never try to steal him from you. He just thinks he doesn't like you as much. What would make him like me more then, since you're the expert? He said the prom dress looks great. And why are you talking to him? Maybe if you chose something more flattering to your body. And because I wanted to make sure he was right for you, silly. Well, what would be more flattering then? Because most dresses I like are like that. Yikes, let me find some for you. Then she sends me this ugly dress. Something more like these, they can hide everything a bit better. And basically she just said they would look better and she called me toxic for not accepting her advice. So.
What's the most toxic way you've been kicked out of a friend group? I'll start. So there was this group of friends, there's 4 of us, and we used to call each other the OGs. And basically we had other friends, but they weren't really considered the OGs, and we kind of always excluded them. Well, they sort of did. I never really felt okay with it, but yeah. Anyways, so we cut a lot of people out, and I used to be a part of them cutting the people out because I just tried to stick with them, you know, because I'd been friends with them the longest. But I decided to forgive one of the girls that we all cut out, and I started to be her friend again. And the other girls knew that I was thinking about being her friend again. Like, I told them about it and they just told me to be careful or whatever. So I hang out with that girl, and a week later I go to message the OG's group chat. It's been dry, but I haven't really thought much of it. I message the group chat to say that I'm sick and I might have to go to hospital. And I realize that I'm in this group chat alone. So they've all left this OG group chat that we've had since like grade 10. And I message one of the girls to ask what's going on, and she leaves me on scene. What a way to end a friendship.
I know we've all had this friend in our life, and if you have, you know it's the worst. The one who is hypocritical. They'll try to say things to control what you do and tell you that you can't do certain things. They'll tell you that something you're into is weird or cringy. You hear them talk bad about other people to you. That person is not a real friend. You wanna know why? Because they're probably talking bad about you to other people. And a person trying to control you is toxic.
Rating things my toxic friends have said to me, part 1. I'll say the quote first and then I'll put it into context. Quote 1. Yeah, that's why I didn't rent some rinky-dink apartment and bought my own house. I was telling her how happy and excited I was that I was renting my own apartment, but it sucked paying so much money for something that just wasn't mine. And instead of validating how I was feeling, she decided to throw in my face that she had more money than me and she was able to buy her own property. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I was in a really, really bad place and I was finally proud of myself for accomplishing something, and that one just brought me right back down. Quote number 2. That's it. That's the boyfriend syndrome. I was telling her how I wanted to stop bleaching my hair blonde and take my extensions out and just be my natural color and natural hair length. And she was saying that the only reason I wanted to go natural is because I didn't care about my looks anymore and was comfortable in my relationship. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Didn't let it get to me too much, but it definitely stung a little. Like for part 2.
Are you serious?
What do you mean, am I serious? Of course I'm serious.
But
I already bought them. What am I supposed to do?
Take them back. I don't care. I don't want them in our pictures.
But I like them.
But they're ugly. They're like ugly. There's ugly and then there's that.
What are you talking about? Like, what am I supposed to do? I already bought them. I'm not going to take them back. I like them.
Okay, then don't wear them. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm doing it for you because they look so bad. No one will like them. Because if you wear them, I will not go with you. And I'm being serious. I'll find someone else.
Then I'll find someone else.
You can't find someone else. No one will go with you because nobody likes you. And I'm saying this as your friend. Your personality is just... Like, I bear with it for the sake of bearing with it because I like hanging out with you, but nobody else will.
They're just cowboy boots. Like, I can take the spurs off.